Hello, good afternoon, good evening, good morning, good whatever, grand rising, because we ain't morning nothing over here. All right. Happy Saturday to you. Whatever day you're watching this. This is your main man, Matt D. Talford, and you're watching another live stream edition of Maddie's Rap with author and storyteller Matt D. Talford. I know it's a little bit redundant, okay? For those of you that are new to the channel, welcome. And to my returning subscribers, welcome back. We're going to be getting started with this very powerfully activating and informative live stream in just a few moments, all right? So y'all know the drill. As you're coming in, tap that like button, What's up, highly favored? Thank you for being here. As y'all are coming in, tap that like button. Y'all already know that is what's up, Bernadette? Thank you for being here. That is what triggers the algorithm and lets everybody know that we're here. We're live, we're broadcasting, all right? On this beautiful Saturday afternoon, okay? I don't know what day you're watching this, but we're live today on Saturday, 8/8, the Lionsgate portal. 8/8 Lionsgate, baby. It's here, all right? Once a year, y'all. Y'all remember I used to say there's a lot of New Year's. Well, in ancient Kemet, this was technically the new year because this is when they started their planting, okay? They started their planting season when the Nile River flooded and made the whole valley ripe for planting seeds and everything like that. So a little bit of history there for y'all. But anyway, I ain't gonna get caught up into that. Whatever the new year is for you, that's what it is for you. But we're watching Maddie's Rap with authors Tora Girl. She in the house. Tora Girl back in the house, y'all. We ain't seen you in a minute. Thank you for being here, Tora Girl. It's always a pleasure. Always a pleasure. So listen, y'all. You know what, y'all? I'm gonna switch it up. I was gonna play some music, but man, we got 6 people in the chat already. Ought to just let it fly today, right? Do something different. Switch the vibes up. I was gonna play "You're the One for Me" by James D. Train Williams, but I'm gonna skip that, y'all. We're gonna go ahead and hit the ground running. Thank y'all for y'all 6 people that are hot and live in the chat right now. Thank y'all for being here. I'm gonna go ahead and get the party started. I'm gonna switch it up, y'all. Sometimes you gotta do new things, right? So anyway, do I need to wipe these specs off? I think I do. Give me a second, y'all. You know what? I'll play a little bit while I'm cleaning the specs. How about that? Compromise, all right? Here we go. Let's do this, y'all. Let's do this. Hang on 1 minute. How do I want to do this? I want to do it like this. Hang on a sec, y'all. Let me clean these specs. Thank y'all for being here today. All right? Boom. There we go. Okay. All right. Give y'all a little bit of that while I'm cleaning these glasses off. Because truth be told, I ain't even got my little cleaning cloth in here. See? Everything happens for a reason. I will be right back, y'all. You're watching Maddie's Rap with author and storyteller Matt D. Talk. I'll be right back. Y'all come on in, tap that like button as you're coming in. We're gonna get started as soon as I'm done cleaning these glasses off, y'all. Word is bond, we getting started early. Let's start get y'all Saturday back. Thank y'all for being here. All right, y'all, take it down. All right. Y'all know it don't hit like that. Nothing out there today hits like that old school music. That's why I do it. Because don't nothing hit like that old school music. Plus, on top of that, she said 4 didn't hit like. Oh, y'all appreciate y'all highly blessed. Yeah, y'all please tap that like button for me. It is really helping out a lot when y'all do that. Yo, y'all, we talking about the 8/8 Lionsgate portal And there's 8 people in the chat. How'd that happen? How'd that happen? All right, y'all. Ooh, look at there. I can see. Yeah, I'm gonna tell you what, man. I'll tell you what, this is rough for somebody who used to have 2013 vision. This is really rough. But you know, you do what you gotta do. Let me get this look the way I want it. Yeah, there we go. We're gonna go with that right there. Okay. All right. So thank y'all for being here today. Again, you're watching Maddie's Rap with author and storyteller Matts D. Talford. So today's video, today's live stream, 88 Lionsgate portal. What energies are being activated in your life? Okay. What energies are being activated? Let's find out, y'all. Let's find out. I'm going to jump right in these notes. Thank you to each and every one of y'all that are here. Thank y'all to everybody that showed up. Y'all, listen, these downloads lately, y'all already know. They've been fire, yo. It's almost been too much. It ain't too much, but good God. You know what, y'all? It's so funny how we grow and we ascend and our capabilities enhance, how they increase. Yo, let me tell you something. I don't think I could have handled the downloads that I'm getting here recently a year ago, even. Definitely not 3-5 years ago. This is, y'all, it's been coming hit after hit after hit after hit. Yo, listen, for those of y'all that subscribe to my other channel, MDT Triple H Spirit Guide, and especially if you identify as divine feminine energy, divine feminine essence, you have to go and see that video. That was a very powerful video. That video is going to upgrade your spiritual capabilities, okay? The knowledge I dropped in that video is going to upgrade your spiritual capabilities, okay? So y'all be sure y'all go over to my MDT Triple Eight Spirit Guide channel, 888, and then today's the 88 portal, y'all. And I'm a Life Path 8. It's a lot of 8 energy out here, right? But there's a lot of 4 energy out here too. We're going to talk about that today. So y'all check that out. If you missed my last 2 live streams on this channel, y'all check that out. Y'all check them out. Y'all check them out. This fire been coming down. This fire been coming down, and it's been coming through me, y'all. Coming through me. So let's get in this. I ain't gonna even waste your time today. Let's go. I'm gonna bring up one foundational scripture. We're gonna jump right in, y'all. All right, 10 toes down, 10 toes in, 10 toes down, 10 in, 10 down. All right, let's lock in, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Today's foundational scripture comes from the book of Matthew, chapter 25, verses 1 through 13. I'm gonna get in that right now, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. All right, let me open up the Bible app. She said, yeah, I saw it yesterday, and yes, it was definitely powerful. Thank you. Thank you so much. What's up, servant of the Most High? Thank you for being here. Fair use in the house, y'all. Thank you. Oh, we got Hot Shot. Hot Shot. You be sure you check out that last live stream I dropped, Hot Shot. Especially with you being an Aquarius. Yeah, that's going to get you lit. So check out that last one I did. That it was something to the effect of if there's one source, one universe, or whatever, why does God have a chosen people, a so-called chosen people? Why does he prefer certain people? Be sure you check that powerfully informative. I'm running over my words. Powerfully informative video out. Make sure you check that out. Okay. What's up, Kimberly Choctaw? I ain't seen you in the house in a minute. Thank you for being back. Thank y'all for being here. All right. Y'all got me spoiled, man. Y'all deep up in here early. All right. Let me get this scripture open. We're going to Matthew chapter 25. Oh, it's already there. Look at that. All right. So all I got to do is share it. I'm excited, y'all. I'm excited. It's the energy out here. This Lionsgate energy. This summer's been hot, y'all. And I don't mean temperature-wise. Of course, it's been temperature-wise hot, but we had that powerful Mercury retrograde in the sign of Cancer. I told y'all, listen. Let me shut up because I'm gonna start giving it away, and we ain't there yet. All right. Let me share the screen. Thank y'all for being here. As y'all are coming in, y'all know the deal. Y'all know the routine, okay? Stop by the table and sign in. The sign-in sheet is simply the like button. You want to sign in, hit the like button, y'all. That's all I need you to do. That's going to help your fellow subscribers know that we're out here and we're broadcasting and we're live, okay? Thank y'all for being here. Okay, y'all. Jumping right in. All gas, no brakes. Happy 88 Lionsgate. Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 through 13. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. And 5 of them were wise, and 5 were foolish. They that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them, but the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. And at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh, go ye out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. But the wise answered, saying, nah, not so, lest there be not enough for us and you. But go ye rather to them that sell, and buy for yourselves. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, and the door was shut. Afterward came also the other virgins, saying, Lord, Lord, open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I don't know who you are. I don't know you. I don't know you. Verse 13, watch therefore, for you know not the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Okay. That was Matthew 25, verses 1 through 13. Let me get a sip of water here, y'all. We're going to get on in it. Okay, y'all. Okay. Now, Lionsgate, Matthew chapter 25, verses 1 through 13 was the foundational scripture. What is so interesting about the symbolism here in that scripture passage I just read is that the bridegroom is the last to enter. Did y'all catch that? The bridegroom is the last to enter, which is the opposite of the current way that weddings occur in this patriarchal society. Did y'all catch that? The bridegroom, let me keep going. In this current system, the bridegroom waits inside the venue. I ain't say church because everybody don't get married in the church. Sometimes it's on a beach. Sometimes it's under a pergola at a park or whatever. In our current patriarchal system, the bridegroom waits inside the venue while he waits inside the venue for the arrival of the bride. Okay, so in our current system, the masculine energy is inside the venue waiting for the arrival of the bride. In the parable, though, it is the bride who is inside the chamber awaiting the arrival of the groom, which tells us what? Y'all ain't got to guess. I'm going all gas, no brakes today, okay? It tells us that the feminine energy entered into the venue first. In that parable, let me bring it back up real quick. They inverted everything, serving the Most High. Exactly. Yep. Let me bring that up again. Yo, listen, I'm not gonna try to act like I just caught that yesterday myself. I'm not gonna cap like I've known this my whole life. I just saw that yesterday when I was preparing for today's breakdown. Okay. All right. Verse 20, verse 25 and 1. Then shall the kingdom of heaven be likened unto 10 virgins, which took their lamps and went forth to meet the bridegroom. Why are they going to meet the bridegroom? They sitting outside the venue waiting for the bridegroom, which means the bride's already in there. Okay. Why did they lock up the venue after the bridegroom got there? That's it. If you ain't got no oil, you can't get up in here. That oil ain't necessarily oil for a lamp either. I might break that down. Let me look at my notes real quick. Let me, you know what? If I come to it again, I'll just slide past it. Let me tell y'all about that oil. Okay. Let me tell y'all about that oil. I'm looking at it here on the screen. Verse 3, they that were foolish took their lamps. What's the lamp? The lamp is the vessel. The lamp is the vessel that holds the oil so that when it is ignited, light comes out of that vessel. Y'all stay with me. I ain't got to get granular with it. I ain't got to get granular because y'all some of the smartest people out there. That's why I love the energy on this channel. When y'all come in these lives, y'all are some of the smartest, wisest people out there. Y'all are highly knowledgeable and y'all are quick. Yeah, even if you don't know something, a lot of y'all get it before I even finish saying it. This is why I love coming on here with y'all. I ain't got to get real granular with that. When you look at the symbolism of a lantern or a light that uses oil as its fuel source for the light is what? It is the lamp, the lantern. It is the carrier of the light, but without any oil, there's nothing to ignite. Okay. And if it's ignited, it's not going to remain lit without that oil in it. Verse 3, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessels with their lamps. How about that? How about that? The wise are doing that inner work, that oil, so that when it is time for something to be ignited, the Lion's Gate portal is in activation. Lion's Gate, the lion, Leo is Leo season. Leo is the ruler of the fifth house. The Leo is ruled by which heavenly body? The sun, the most powerful source of ignition, light, power, fire, downloads, knowledge, all of that. That's the sun. If you ain't got no oil in the lamp, when you nothing's getting, it might even light, but it's not going to stay lit. Where is the oil? The oil is inside of the lamp. Got to do that inner work. You got to put that oil in. Now, there's another spiritual esoteric message in here too, because you got that, what's called that Kundalini energy that sits at the base of the spine. Okay. That solar plexus. Some of y'all have seen me share the videos with Santos Bonacci, where he's talking about how to activate your inner Christ light. How on the how when the moon is in the sign, is in your natal sun sign, you got a 2.5 day period where it happens every month, every lunar cycle. It happens when the moon enters into your natal sun sign. So, for example, with me, when the moon enters Capricorn, there is a seed of Christ oil that is released from the solar plexus, the sun, your inner sun. It goes down to the bottom of that spinal column, them 33 vertebrae. Okay. That Christ oil, then, if you're taking care of it, if you're not doing the things that the people in the spiritual esoteric communities tell you not to do during that 2.5 day period, practice mindfulness, meditate, don't eat any animal flesh, don't eat any animal products. Okay. Don't drink any alcohol. Don't have any sacred energy exchange for those 2 days. You nurture that oil. And when that oil drops, when that Christ oil drops from that solar plexus, goes down to the bottom of that 33 chamber spinal column, it rises up if you're taking care of it. And then it hits that pineal gland. And then boom, you get a fresh dose of enlightenment. Enlightenment. So there is your explanation of the lamp and the oil. Verse 3, they that were foolish took their lamps and no oil with them. They that were foolish, they got a body, but maybe perhaps they're not aware of the fact that they got that oil. Okay. They and how to nurture it. This is a parable, y'all. This ain't no actual, okay, the bride's coming at quote unquote midnight, or the bridegroom's coming at midnight. So make sure you got oil in your lamp so you can turn it on and then go. Let me keep reading. Verse 3, they that were foolish took their lamps and took no oil with them. But the wise took oil in their vessel with the lamps. Constantly working on that enlightenment, doing that inner work, learning how to push their flesh down so that the spirit can rise. Okay. While the bridegroom tarried, he's waiting, he ain't there yet. They all slumbered and slept. Okay. That's a mystery there. There's a mystery there. While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Nobody was spiritually awakened. Very few people are born spiritually awakened, if any, at all. Okay? While the bridegroom tarried, they all slumbered and slept. Those that had the oil and those that didn't. And at midnight, when the hour came, there was a cry made. Behold, midnight is what? Halfway between day and night. 50% of the way to sunrise. At midnight, there was a cry made. Behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps, got their lamps ready. Turn that little dollar, get that wick up. Okay. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. And the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. Somebody didn't do that inner work. Somebody couldn't receive that message. Give us of your oil, What happens with, I can't give you none of my oil. I can't give you none of my oil. My oil is mine. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps, and the foolish said unto the wise, give us of your oil, for our lamps are gone out. Give us your energy. What is oil? Oil represents energy, right? Oil represents energy. Give us your energy because we ain't got no more. But the wise answered and said, not so, lest I ain't got enough of my own energy left for me. I can't give you no more of my energy. I'm sorry. But go rather to them that sell and buy for yourselves. Go find you another teacher at this point. Go find you somebody that's willing to sell you their energy. Go find you somebody that's willing to sell you their time. Go find you somebody that's willing to sell you some pearls of wisdom, some knowledge, something that's going to enlighten you. See that? See how that works? And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the joining of this masculine and feminine energy that's happening in the earth right now. But guess what happens next? Boom, the door is shut. Y'all been hearing me. Y'all been hearing a lot of spiritual teachers over the last 3, 4, 5 years talking about this 3D, 5D reality split, this timeline shift. Those that have been doing the work, those that have been raising their frequencies, enlightenment, taking care of that sacred oil, they're going this way. But there's a portal. What's a portal? Lionsgate portal. What is a portal? A portal is an entry point. Okay? When that door closes, whoever's on one side of the door is there, and whoever's on the other side of the door is there. That door don't open again. This is why I say on here all the time, y'all be mindful of these eclipses. Be mindful of these different energetic portals when they come into the earth. Be mindful of that biggest one, that 6,000-year transit that we just saw, the Barbo's basket. 4 outer planets, all 4 outer planets in 4 degrees of the sign of Cancer, or in 4 degrees. 4 degrees is a degree of Cancer. Let me back that up. All 4 of them in 4 degrees. The 4th degree is the sign of Cancer, which is the ruler of the 4th house. That's feminine energy. But that was the joining of feminine and masculine energy. Why? Because those 4 outer planets were in masculine signs. I'm jumping all down in my notes now, y'all. I know I wrote this down, but I'm just going to go with it. I'm just going to go with it because we hot right now. I told you all gas, no brakes. That Barbo's basket represented the joining of masculine and feminine energy. You had 4. 4 is a feminine number, but 4 is also the establishment of foundation. Okay? 4, there's 4 corners to a portal or a door or a doorway. Unless you're trying to be slick-mouthed. I know it ain't mouthed. Slick-mouthed, for those of y'all that don't want to get hood and greasy with it. For all my nerds, I'm going to say slick-mouthed. For everybody else, I'm going to say slick-mouthed, okay? They both work. You know what they mean, okay? Now, for those that want to get slick and be like, well, you could have a Mediterranean door that's an archway. Okay, I ain't talking to you then. I ain't talking to you. I'm talking to everybody else that got square portals, okay? There's 4 there. 11-11. 11-11. 4. Stability. The 4 of wands in the tarot deck. Y'all stay with me, okay? Y'all got to be mindful of these portals because when they go in, those portals don't stay open. They're windows of opportunity. The cosmos is always moving. Time is always moving. Energy is always flowing. When there's an opportunity, you got to seize upon it because you don't know when you're going to have it again. I'm going to talk about that 6,000-year transit in a minute, all right? So they said, nah, lest there not be enough for us and you. So, but rather go to them that sell and buy, go to the store and get your own. And while they went to buy, the bridegroom came, and they that were ready went in with him to the marriage, to this epic, every now and then joining, once in a season. You define the length of that season, okay? Once in a season joining of masculine and feminine energy. What happens when masculine and feminine energy joins? There's a new creation. If you're inside that portal, you take advantage of that new creation, everything that's in it, okay? When that bride and that groom eat in that wedding, everybody in the door eating. If you hungry and you outside, you can't get nothing. Stay with me, okay? Verse 11, afterward came also the other virgin saying, Lord, Lord, open us, or open to us. But he answered and said, verily I say unto you, I don't know you. I don't know you. Everybody I know is already in here. Pay attention. There's a lot of symbolism in there. Okay. Now, she said, I see 1111 every day. That's what I'm talking about. She said we can get hood for show. Okay. Bernadette said some very interesting things have been happening to me since Barbo's basket. I said it. She said, no energy siphoning here. Love it, Matt. Keep it coming. Appreciate that, servant. Appreciate that. Let's see. Yep, go to those that sell a semblance of it. Let me put that on the screen. This one I'm talking about. Yep. Fair use, what's up, fair use? She said, what you talking about, Willis? I ain't got no oil. What you talking about, Willis? Okay. Can we give someone our morality other than demonstrating it to them? Absolutely not. Absolutely not. They got to do their own work. All right. So let's keep going. That was Matthew 25 and 1 through 13. A lot of symbolism in there. Okay. Again, I'm gonna repeat this one more time. In this current system, the bridegroom waits inside the venue for the arrival of the feminine bride. In the parable, though, it is the bride who's already inside the chamber awaiting the arrival of the groom, which tells you what? I said it in another video. Feminine energy always precedes masculine energy. Feminine is spirit, masculine is physical. Things are conceived in spirit and manifest in the physical. That is alignment. That is proper alignment. This current matrix is doing it backwards. So, the feminine energy entered into the venue first. The masculine energy arrived second. In this parable, it is the arrival of the masculine bridegroom that signals that it is time for the wedding ceremony to begin. The joining of divine masculine to divine feminine. This Lionsgate portal is epic, y'all. This one here in 2026, in this lifetime, is epic. This mirrors nature because it is the feminine basket, Barbo's basket. Okay. You can take this to the gutter or you can keep it high level. Both of them work. Okay. In nature, it is the feminine basket that awaits the arrival of the masculine energy to come into the chamber and release the divine spark, which activates new life. There's new life coming to this planet. Oh, I know the darkness didn't want to hear that. I know the darkness was mad with my last video when I told y'all the wicked stuff that they do in that doggone book. Okay? It's supposed to be one God. Oh yeah, we all serve God. Oh, the God of Israel. Well, look to me like the God of Israel, two different gods if you're looking at scripture and then you're looking at the Talmud. Yeah, I'm going to talk about that again. Not much. Y'all go back and watch that video. We got to be talking about two different gods because the God I know, he don't sanction this stuff y'all talking about in that book. It is the coming into the chamber and the releasing of the divine spark that activates new life. There's new life coming in the planet. The dark side didn't want to hear that. They didn't want to hear me drop that video. They probably still mad. They're probably still mad about that. Y'all go check that video out if you missed it. Anyway, so the dark side don't want that new life because that new life means it's time for them to go. This year's Lionsgate portal coming on the heels of that Barbo's basket, that feminine Barbo's basket and his masculine Lionsgate portal. I told y'all during the Barbo's basket video what was coming next. And then we got a masculine solar eclipse coming up next week, which 2 weeks. Maybe that's for somebody. That's probably why they came out like that. Okay, 222. Maybe that number's for somebody. Which after this masculine solar eclipse event, total solar eclipse, happening at a degree of a feminine sign, solar eclipses are masculine energy. Lunar eclipses are feminine energy. This is a masculine solar eclipse happening at a feminine degree. It's happening at a masculine sign. I said that wrong, okay? This is a solar eclipse in the sign of Leo. That's masculine energy. But guess what? That solar eclipse is occurring at 20 degrees of Leo. The 20th degree is a degree of Scorpio. I'm going to talk about that later, okay? That's feminine. That's the joining. That is the running through an eclipse running through a masculine sign, a solar eclipse in a masculine sign going through a feminine degree. Y'all can't see all of this epic joining energy out here? You had 4 planets in the 4th degree, which is feminine, but each of those were in a masculine sign. 2 of them were in one. Pluto was in Aquarius, or Pluto is in Aquarius. Okay. Uranus in Gemini, that's masculine energy, the air, it's an air sign. Saturn's in Aries, and Neptune in Aries. Both of those masculine. 2 fire signs, 2 air signs. Y'all, it's happening. It's happening, y'all. It's happening. And if you got oil in your lamp, you're seeing it. There's some other people watching this right now probably saying he crazy. What is he talking about? And then there's some other people like, will this guy ever shut up? Will he ever stop? Nah, y'all got to go. It's time for y'all to go. It's time for y'all to go. I only came here to blow the trumpet. It's time for y'all to go. So, what makes this year's Lionsgate activation so special? Well, let me answer that for you. This year's Lionsgate portal mirrors both the scriptural narrative and the beginning of creation in nature. How so, Matt? One, first and foremost, it is occurring on the heels of a historic 6,000-year astrological alignment, the Barbo's Basket, which saw the 4 outer planets all aligned at 4 degrees. That's feminine energy. All 4 outer planets all aligned at 4 degrees, feminine energy of fire and air signs, masculine energy, making it the announcement of the marriage of the bride, divine feminine, and groom, divine masculine. The divine, in the biblical narrative, it is the feminine that is already inside the venue, awaiting the arrival of the masculine. The Barbo's Basket came full of that feminine energy, occurring at the heels of a Mercury retrograde in the sign of Cancer. This is a lot of stuff happening, y'all. Okay? So, the first thing that's making this one epic, what's making this Lionsgate this year, the Lionsgate activation this year so special, is mirroring the scriptural narrative and the beginning of creation in nature. One, it's occurring at the heels of a historic 6,000-year astrological alignment, the Barbo's Basket, which saw the 4 outer planets all aligned at 4 degrees of fire and air signs. So that's feminine energy, 4 degrees, fire and air signs, masculine energy, making it the announcement of the marriage of bride and groom, divine feminine and divine masculine. Next, the number 4 in numerology represents the establishment of foundation. So the Most High, the universe, source, whatever you want to label it, just nailed in the foundation for something new coming into reality. Next, the number 4 in numerology represents feminine energy, okay? In astronumerology, okay? In astrology, I should say. The number 4 in astronumerology represents feminine energy. Why? The 4th house, which is ruled by the feminine water sign, Cancer, which is ruled by the feminine sky energy or planet, the moon. That's a lot of feminine energy. Next, if Barbo's Basket was the heralding of the return of the divine feminine, well, then this year's Lionsgate is the activation of it. Why? On Saturday, August 8th, which is today, okay, it is the apex of the Lionsgate portal. 8/8 is the apex of the Lionsgate portal, okay? You're talking about a 2-week, roughly 2-week or so window. 8/8 is the top of it. It's the top. Okay, the pinnacle, the epitome, okay, the apex. The sun today. Let me pull up this diagram, y'all. Let me pull it up for y'all. Let's see where the sun is today. Let's see. Let me show y'all this, because y'all wouldn't believe it unless you saw it. So I'm gonna bring it to the screen and share it with you. Look at where the sun is sitting. The sun is in 16 degrees of Leo. The 16th degree in astrology is a degree of Cancer. Okay? Why? Degrees 1 through 12 are mapped to houses 1 through 12. So you're talking the first degree is Aries all the way through the 12th degree, which is Pisces. It starts over again with 13. So the 13th degree is Aries. The 14th degree is Taurus. The 15th degree is Gemini. The 16th degree is Cancer. Okay? So that's where the sun is today. Today is the 8/8 Lionsgate portal. The sun is in Leo, but it is sitting in a degree of Cancer. That's the joining of masculine and feminine. That is fire and water. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up. You can't make it up. You couldn't make it up if you tried. So if Barbo's Basket was the heralding of the return of the divine feminine, this year's Lionsgate is the activation of it. I just showed you why. Today is the apex of the Lionsgate portal, and Leo is current, or the sun in Leo is currently sitting at 16 degrees. The 16th degree in astrology is the degree of Cancer, which is the ruler of the fourth house. You see all of this? You see all of this mama energy here? All of this mama energy, all this feminine energy? And 4 again is the establishment of a foundation. This year's Lionsgate Apex is energetically aligned with Barbo's basket and represents the joining of divine feminine, 4 energy, fourth house, home, family, emotions, the heart chakra, the moon, with divine masculine, Leo, the sun, cosmic activation, the solar plexus chakra. If that isn't enough energy of the joining of bride and groom for you, guess what's happening 4 days later? 4 days from now. Guess what's happening 4 days from now? Somebody want to put it in the chat? If that's not enough for energy for you right now, today, and everything that happened last month, actually dating back to June, really, if that isn't enough for energy for you, guess what's happening 4 days from now? There's that 4 again, right? Let me see if y'all got it. Okay, let me tell y'all. Let me let y'all know what's happening. Let me let y'all know what's happening 4 days from now. The mother freaking solar eclipse. A total solar eclipse. And y'all know solar eclipses are powerful activation portals. So you got, man, this is like the Most High. This is like the spirit doubling down on this activation energy. In 4 days, a total and I don't know what day you're watching it, 4 days from August the 8th, you've got a total solar eclipse in the sign of Leo. And that's going to take place at 20 degrees of Leo. 20 degrees. 20 degrees of Leo. The 20th degree in astrology is a degree of Scorpio. That's feminine energy. So you got this fixed Leo energy doing a new moon solar eclipse. Okay, solar eclipses always happen on the new moon. Lunar eclipses always happen on the full moon. Okay, so you got this total solar eclipse in the sign of Leo, and it's going to take place at the Scorpionic degree, number 20. That's, again, more joining of masculine and feminine energy. A feminine or masculine sign, masculine energy with a powerful activation portal of a total solar eclipse being funneled through the 20th degree, which is a feminine sign. It's a lot of fixed energy out there. A lot of fixed energy, okay? That's more marriage of masculine and feminine. The signs are right there in front of us, y'all. What did he say in the first chapter of Genesis? The sun, moon, and stars. Let them be for lights, let them be for seasons, and let them be for signs. The signs are right in front of us of what's happening. This world is flipping. All that dark energy that I talked about in that last live stream, that all of y'all watching said the same thing I did, it was disgusting. Planetary cleanups happening now. And they still trying to double down. Oh, we're going to build our third. You know what? I'm not going to sully this video talking about them. I'm going to leave that out. Let me keep this just about the astrology, y'all. Because I know I get passionate. I don't like to see. Anyway, let me stay in this. Leo and Scorpio are both fixed degrees. So this energy will be powerfully stabilizing and anchoring. Leo and Scorpio are both fixed energies. I said fixed degrees. Leo is fixed fire. Scorpio is fixed water. Both of those are fixed energies, okay? The 20th degree is a fixed degree. So this energy will be powerfully stabilizing and anchoring. Fixed energy stabilizes. Fixed energy anchors things down, okay? Cardinal energy is the spark. It's newness, all right? It is way setting, it's leadership. Fixed energy anchors it down. Says, all right, I got the mission. I'm going to hold this down until it's time to not hold it down anymore. The mutable energies come in and they're the change agents. Okay, it's time to adapt. It's time to adapt. It's time to move. It's time to out with the old and in with the new. That's mutable energy. Okay, this is a fixed sign moving through a fixed degree. Leo, as ruler of the 5th house, is the energy of activation and creation. Scorpio is ruler of the 8th house of transformation. Leo is 5 energy and Scorpio is 8 energy. 5 plus 8 equals 13, which reduces back down to the number 4. You can't make this stuff up, y'all. All you can do is read it. All you can do is read it and understand it so that you're aware. What did that scripture say in Matthew? What did it say? It said, let's see. The verse 13, the last verse, Matthew 25:13. Watch, therefore, for you know not the day, neither the day nor the hour wherein the Son of Man cometh. Okay? All right? Verse 6, and at midnight there was a cry made, behold, the bridegroom cometh. Go out to meet him. Then all those virgins arose and trimmed their lamps. All you can do is understand it, understand it, overstand it, and understand it. That's all you can do. That's all you can do. That's why you got people out here putting this information out. Okay? That's why you got all these astrologers. Astrologers put stuff out. The reason why they do horoscopes is so that you can be prepared. I don't know how weather ended up being called meteorology. To me, astrology, to me, is more aligned with what I would think meteorology would be. A lot of people will watch the weather report so they'll know how to prepare for it. But when somebody gives them an astrological report, they don't want to hear that. And then when stuff happens, well, you know what, man, if I had just listened to Joni Patrice said that today's a good day to keep my mouth shut, not getting no argument, not getting any tense conversations with anybody, I wouldn't have had that big blow up with that person. These people exist to help us navigate through life. That's why it says watch. How do you watch? You watch for the signs. What are the signs? They're in Genesis chapter 1, the sun, the moon, and the stars, and the configuration of them. When you understand the configuration, you have an idea of what's coming on the planet, and you can be ready. Okay? To my feminines watching, this is a time to say, hey, you know what? This is a time to elevate and upgrade your energy, because now you're supported by the universe. Hey, you know what? We're entering into our season now. I ain't got to be afraid. I ain't got to be afraid to speak my mind. I don't have to be afraid to do what I do. I don't have to be afraid to operate my spiritual gifts. I'm in my season now. These alignments are heralding and signaling the fact that I'm in my season. Maybe you were created to be a part of this, and you got a gift inside of you. You got an oil inside of you that's going to be activated when this happens. Ooh, let me put my light out. I don't want to make nobody mad. That season's gone. That season's gone. Start identifying your gifts. Y'all in right now. And fellas too, with them water placements and those spiritual gifts. That's talking to y'all too, fellas. So what's happening? We are literally witnessing the energetic return of the divine feminine energy as ruler of the earth realm. Fellas, get out your feelings. I know a lot of people are like, man, ain't no woman ruling over me. I said feminine energy. Everybody has masculine and feminine energy in them. And on top of that, the Most High's will be done. Whatever's written in the heavens is going to happen in the earth. So if it's written in the heavens for a woman to rule over you, guess what? You can roll with it, or you can get in the way and try to stop it and get run over. Okay? This is why you got to be tapped in and plugged in. When you got all your chakras aligned, you don't care. You don't care about the form. It's about the energy and the frequency that is given off, the vibration. All right? We are literally witnessing the energetic return of the divine feminine energy as ruler of the earth realm. Pardon me, y'all. Ruler of the earth realm, ushered in first by the arrival of the divine feminine energy, signified by the 4 energy in Barbo's basket, not to mention the Mercury retrograde in the sign of Cancer that preceded it. That Barbo's basket alignment is now followed by a masculine Lionsgate portal activation. Okay? A solar eclipse, another masculine activation, in a degree of Scorpio, feminine energy. This is the joining of the bride and the groom. When that solar eclipse has come and gone, 2 weeks later on August 28th, we will have a partial lunar eclipse. Feminine release energy. Lunar eclipses are feminine release energy. Solar eclipses are masculine activation energy. Lunar eclipses are feminine release energy. The shedding of old lining. Y'all know what to do with that. What does the shedding of old lining do? It prepares you for the implantation. I don't have to get that technical. Y'all know. Y'all smart up in here. When that solar eclipse is coming on, 2 weeks later, we will have a partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces. Guess what? If you ain't got enough 4 energy yet, guess what degree Pisces is, or guess what degree that the moon is going to, that lunar eclipse is going to, that full moon, partial lunar eclipse in the sign of Pisces, guess what degree that's going to happen at? 4 degrees of Pisces. 4 degrees. Again, that 4th degree is a degree of Cancer, a feminine water sign that rules over home, family, emotions, empathic intuition, and is ruled by the moon. So that's more 4 energy, y'all. What's also worth noting is that while the moon astrologically is ruled by the sign of Cancer, the moon card in the tarot deck is ruled by Pisces and is all about the intuition and things that are hidden. Now, because lunar eclipses are about shedding, releasing, shedding, expect to see more removal of things that are hidden, more removal of the veil, which is a roundabout way of saying more revelations and more exposures happening after that lunar eclipse at the end of this month. Okay, well, we're going to deal with that. We're going to deal with all that in another video. Okay, we'll deal with that when that time comes. But I want you to know, so you'll be aware of what's happening. When these revelations start coming out in early September, and y'all are like, what the world? Just know it happened on the heels, or happened as part of that, or the energy of that shedding and removal that happens with these lunar eclipses. Now, what is all of this establishment of 4 energy being activated by the sun? What does it mean? What is all of this establishment energy represented by the number 4 being activated by that solar energy? What does it all mean? I'm going to answer that question for you. It means that the divine feminine energies expressed via the sacral, the heart, and the third eye chakras are now moving into the spotlight. Leo energy is about the spotlight. Leos love the spotlight. Find me a Leo and find a Leo and ask him to get in the picture. And watch how quickly they jump in there. Where you want me to stand? That's Leo energy. Now, Aquarius energy might be like, yeah, no, y'all go ahead, man. Y'all, I'll get in the picture, but I want y'all to take the picture. Leo, like, nah, here's my camera. Leo is spotlight energy. Why? Because it's the sun. The sun, nothing is hidden in front of the sun. You can't not see the sun unless there's clouds in front of it, okay? That's Leo energy. That's Leo energy. And you know what's so funny about that? The sun rules over the sign of Leo. There's no way you can not see the sun unless there's clouds out. Watch this. When a Leo is sad or in their feelings, they don't come around nobody. That's the clouds hiding the sun. Y'all, you can't make this stuff up, man. You can't make it up. You cannot make this stuff up. Wow. So, the divine feminine energies expressed via the sacral, heart, and third eye chakras are now moving into the spotlight, as the divine masculine energies expressed by the root, solar plexus, and throat chakras are now moving into supporting roles in the background. Okay? What have we seen for the last 3,000 years? We have seen feminine energy in roles of supporting masculine energy. This is the shifting now. This is the changing of the guard. Those feminine energies of wisdom, love, creativity, they're going to push forward and move into the spotlight, and those masculine energies are now going to support them. Where this masculine muscle, war, fighting, defense, all of that stuff was in the forefront now that same masculine energy is going to be used to support the feminine energy. While this feminine is doing her spiritual work and healing the earth and bringing the earth back into a nurturing status, and getting these doggone devils out of here that's poisoning the earth element, poisoning all the food, poisoning the water, poisoning the air, trying to block out the sunlight. As those are being moved out of the way, the feminine energies that nurture us and heal us and bring creativity of new, beautiful things. Think the Empress card in the tarot deck as that, and think the High Priestess card with the intuition. Okay. What's part of that prophecy we find throughout the Bible, in the book of Revelations as well as in the Old Testament? When you hear, when you see it read, the Most High says, I will come and dwell amongst men. I will come and dwell amongst the children of Israel. What if that's feminine energy? What if? Listen, look, I'm not here to dismiss it. What if? It certainly ain't dwelling among men here during this masculine cycle. Y'all pay attention, man. Pay attention. All right. So that masculine energy now is going to move into the role of supporting it. For any jealousy or any type of dark energy that might try to pop its head up during this next 3,000 year cycle, it's going to be some strong masculines on standby to put it down. I've been telling y'all for years to check out that Amazon Prime Video series called The Wheel of Time. That to me models what this is going to look like. The most powerful beings in the realm on the Wheel of Time are these feminine energies that wield these spiritual powers. But guess what? They still need masculine protectors, because while their powers can wipe out and take down far more people than a single sword can, to use those spiritual capabilities requires focus and a lot of energy. So as they're focusing and expending this energy, they're getting physically tired. They got to have a masculine protector, because if something comes and harms them physically, then the vessel is broken and the spiritual energy can't flow through it. That's why they have these masculine protectors in the Wheel of Time that are called warders, W-A-R-D-E-R. What does a warder do? A warder wards off something. Let me ward off this attack. A warder is a defender and a protector. Let me ward off this attack. So what we're seeing is this feminine, this is the heralding of the return of this divine feminine energy, divine feminine source energy to the forefront. So now you're going to see these spiritual gifts that we found that emanate from the sacral chakra, the heart chakra, and the third eye chakra come into the foreground. And the masculine physical energies, it ain't going anywhere, but it's going to serve a supporting role for the feminine energy. That's what's coming. That's what's coming. All right. So now let's briefly and quickly run through the 12 houses so that you can see how this energy is going to affect you the most. Okay. I'm going to do that real quick. This 8-8, another thing though, before we get started, this 8-8 is occurring in a 1 year. Okay. This 8-8 energy is occurring in a 1 year. So, in a sense, it is 888 energy. Why, Matt? Why? If you take 8-8 twice, 8 plus 8, that's 16. All right? But then you add the 1 from that 1 energy, from the 1 year, that's 17. 1 plus 7 is 8. 888 is, listen. 888 is, that's powerhouse manifestation. So the universe is manifesting and bringing something into our reality that is supernova type of power. Okay. And let me show you something else. This 8-8 twice, 8-8 twice. I broke that down. Okay. That breaks down to 7. 7 is balance. So that's why the 8-8 portal is always a rebalancing too, because 8 plus 8 is 16. 1 plus 6 is 7. All right. So each year when the Lionsgate portal happens, it's an activation of a cosmic rebalancing, which serves as a forerunner to the balancing that takes place during the autumn equinox on the first day of Libra season, which is next month. Y'all see that? This year, though, all right, you got that triple manifestation energy because it's a 1 year. Now, with all that water heavy energy out there, y'all, if you are, and this is where you want to pay attention, with all of this water heavy energy out here, if you are a life path number 4, a life path number 8, and or have planetary or nodal placements, I'm talking your north node or your south node, in the sign of Cancer or Scorpio, or you are a Scorpio or Cancer rising, or you have water in the water houses. What are the water houses? What are the water houses? House number 4, house number 8, and house number 12. If any of those conditions hit you, this is a very powerful time of manifestation and revelation for you. But you got to be in the right emotional frequency, y'all. I say that all the time. So stay high vibrational, stay happy, stay joyful, stay content, Stay full of gratitude, etc. Go watch that video I dropped yesterday, the live stream yesterday on the MDT 888 Spirit Guide channel. Powerful instruction in there on how to protect your arc field, how to protect your energy, why you don't have to do a return to sender. A lot of people that are spiritual understand this premise, this idea of return to sender. Somebody sending me a spiritual attack, return to sender. I'll tell you in that video why you don't have to do a return to sender. What's more powerful than a return to sender? Y'all go watch that video, okay? Nevertheless, this is a very powerful time for you if any of those conditions hit. All right? Very powerful time. But again, those of you got to stay at that right emotional frequency. That's the difference between the vessel, the lamp with oil versus the lamp with no oil. No oil looks like the wrong emotional vibrational frequency. How you going to light up for a wedding when you in low vibrational frequency? Light is high vibrational. Fire is high vibrational. It's high frequency energy. So if your vessel is low frequency, you don't have the oil to get ignited when these activations happen. Now, also, because Cancer is cardinal energy, those of you with planets in cardinal signs, okay? Cardinal signs are what? Aries, Cancer, Libra, and Capricorn. So those of y'all with planets in cardinal signs or cardinal energy at the house angles, house number 1, your rising sign, house number 4, house number 7, or your 10th house, if you got cardinals there, this is a powerful time for you too. This is a powerful time for you too. Why? Because there's a lot of 4 energy out here. 4 is Cancer. Cancer is a cardinal sign. Now, also, Leo is a fixed energy. I just talked about that. So for those of you with planets in fixed signs or fixed signs at the angles, 1, 4, 7, and 10 house, first house, 4th house, 7th house, 10th house, if you got Leo or any fixed energy at those angles, this energy is going to feel very powerful. It's going to hit you very powerfully, okay? Because fixed energy is stubborn and less willing to change. Expect for this eclipse to force some shakeups for you. So if you got a Taurus, a Leo, a Scorpio, or an Aquarius rising, or you got planets in one of those signs, or you got one of those signs in your 4th house, your 7th house, or your 10th house, expect some shakeups here. Okay? But for time's sake, I'm not going to go over all of the possibilities. I'm not going to do that. Just know that if some things occur that are uncomfortable, that you don't have any control over, it's shaking some things up in your life, it's the universe forcing you into a new timeline. Fixed energy don't like to move. When fixed energy doesn't move, the universe comes in and says, that's when the tower moments come in. Okay? Tarot card, the number 16 card, the tower, that's when that tower energy comes in. Because what is written above is going to happen below. Let thy will be done on earth as it is in heaven. What's ever written in the heavens is going to happen below. So if it's written for a change to occur in your life and you're holding on to that old energy, just look for some shakeups to come and shake things loose. It's written for you to change. God said, "Be not." What did He say? Isaiah 55:11. I send forth my word; it shall not return to me void, but will carry out exactly what I intended for it to do. If there's something written, if there's a transformation written in the heavens for you, and it's etched in stone, and you ain't trying to move, you ain't trying to budge, some shakeups are going to happen, and you're going to budge, because God's will is always done. Okay. Now, what else? Let's see. Universe forcing you into a new timeline. Remember, solar eclipses are new software installations. Lunar eclipses are removals of old, outdated software. So, right on the heels of this Lionsgate portal, 4 days later, we got a new software installation coming. Leo. So something's gonna get lit up, even more so than it's being lit up by this Lionsgate activation today at 8/8. Look for something to get lit up in your life. Look for some light to shine in your life. Look for a spark of new creativity to occur in your life based on, where Leo falls in your chart. Okay. Whether it's a planet or a house. Okay. We're going to talk about that. So that's a new software installation. When this lunar eclipse happens in the sign of Virgo, we've been getting a lot of Virgo release energy over the last couple of years. It's going to be more removal of outdated software. This is the end of that service. I told y'all that this was I've been aligning these transits, y'all. These transits, these planetary, these cosmic transits, I've been aligning them to scripture for a while now. This Virgo, what is Virgo? Virgo is the sign of the servant. What did Jeremiah chapter 30 verse 8 say? He said, in that day I will burst thy bonds and break his yoke from off thy neck, and strangers will no more serve themselves of you. Okay, he was talking to Jacob. Service ending, that's Virgo energy being retired. This is yet another eclipse where Virgo energy is getting moved to the background. When the North Node entered Pisces, Virgo entered the South Node. That was more removal of that service energy. This has been happening. Nothing happens on a dime in the cosmos. It's all gradual. It happens in divine timing. Okay? So now what I will do is quickly run through these houses and tell you what this Lionsgate portal is going to activate for you. And I'm not going to do any timestamps. Okay? I'm not going to do any timestamps because I'm not staying on it that long. When you hear your Leo house, if you want to put a timestamp in the comments for the benefit of others who share that same Leo house, then please feel free to do so. Go into the video after this live stream ends and, put down Leo in whatever house you got it in, and then put that timestamp there so that somebody else, if they want to skip right to it, they can. Whatever, it don't matter to me. I'm not going to do any timestamps for this video. Let me check the comments before we get there, y'all. All right. Let's see. What do we got? What we got here? Let me see. Let's see. Man, y'all hot over there in these comments today. Let me make sure I can keep up. Let's see. Let's see. Wow, I didn't even think of that because they inverted everything. I saw that one. They only desire tangible money within material reality. Yup. The eternal righteous qualities of morality. That's the unwise. You said that, servant. Okay. Let's see. What's up, Michelle? Thank you for being here. They put us to sleep too. Yep. Gave us entertainment. Yep. Kept us busy paying bills. Yep. So they sure did. However, we're waking up. Yep. They can't take it from us themselves. That's funny. No energy siphoning here. Nope. Love it, Matt. Keep it coming. Appreciate you. I'm feeling the shift. I'm telling you, Kimberly, listen. If you've tapped in and you've done the work, you can feel it. Some very interesting things have been happening to me since the Barbo's basket. Let's see. Said I see 11:11 every day. I saw that one. Said I know you're right. I'm thinking about all this Nolan incident. Now some young girl beating up. I saw that. Listen, I told y'all, man. Some stuff you got to box out, y'all. I'm not trying to lessen or make lessen the impact of something that's happened. But whenever we get these national stories, that these stories make national news, you got to understand who runs the media. The scripture says the devil is the prince of the air, the airwaves, these media outlets. When they're pushing it out here, they're pushing it to get a low vibrational energy release from y'all because they feed off low vibrational energy. Low vibrational energy literally feeds them. I talked about that in my last live stream. All of that SHIT that's in that TALMUD with instruction on how to deal with kids, with certain instruction for how it's okay to do some of these dark things that the EP Steins of the world do. You understand it. That is conception that takes place in low vibrational frequency. Y'all go watch that video and watch the one I did yesterday, man. Go watch it. Every time they drop something out here in the mainstream media that is low vibrational, you gotta say first, you gotta ask yourself, does this stuff happen every day around America? You wouldn't know, right? Because they only put the stories and make them national when they want to get a response or a rise out of you. But a rise out of you is really a lowering, which gives them the rise. Anything that lowers your frequency is food for them. That's why I have yet, y'all. I'm just telling you about me. You do you. I have not read any articles. I know faintly what happened with the Nolan story. I know faintly what happened, but I made a conscious decision not to take that in. I made a conscious decision not to take it in because I know it's designed to get you angry so they can feed. I'm not feeding them. No, I'm not feeding them. Somebody gets unalived in America every day. I'm not making light of that. Why don't these other stories make national news? Why don't these other stories make national news? They pick the stories that they want to make national news so they can pull off your energy. Stop feeding these Stop it. Stop it. Stop feeding them. Okay? Said, bro, I love these this confirmation and connections. Yup. She said it. Hotshot said it. Energy harvesting. Thank you, Hotshot. Thank you. Yeah. I'm not even gonna put that one on the screen, Hotshot. I'm not even gonna put that one on the screen. I saw a clip of it on but listen, there's a movie y'all need to watch, man. There's a movie y'all need to watch. It's called I think it's called The Take. Let me check real quick. I think it's called The Take. Let's see. IMDb. Hang on. The Take. Idris Elba. All right, I'm gonna share this to the screen real quick. Once I get this ad off of here. Taking a pause before we run through the houses, y'all, because I'm gonna run through them quick and the video gonna be over after that. All right, y'all. Y'all can see it. Y'all got it on the screen right here. This is IMDb.com. The Take. The original title was Bastille Day, okay? Starring Idris Elba. Came out in 2016. Y'all need to watch that movie. Y'all need to watch this movie. You know why? You know why you need to watch this movie? Because in this movie, they show you how certain events are, I'm not saying all of them. Of course, obviously, stuff that happens in real life, things happen in real life, okay? But in this movie, and I don't want to play spoiler, but I got to tell y'all this. You got to see this, okay? You got to watch it for yourself. There is a distraction created so that somebody can go here and do a money grab, okay? There's a distraction created and put forth in the media, okay? In a couple of instances, you see in this film where somebody is getting worked over by an authority figure, or something else is happening. Somebody's getting worked over and somebody sees it and they're like, man, that person getting worked over. And then you hear and cut. Okay, I think we got a good recording that time. All right, guys, this one will be released on such and such date. And the dude looking at it like, that's fake. Go watch that movie, man. I've been telling y'all for the longest, man, Hollywood ain't all dark. Wherever listen, Master, did you not sow good seed in your field? Tell us then why there's tares growing among the wheat. The universe is balanced, okay? If the dark side can come plant weeds among the light to throw you off and to do whatever dark stuff they do, if they can put plants among the righteous, then the Most High can put plants among the wicked. Y'all don't think that happens? It's somebody in a wicked society right now where the Most High put somebody there that ain't about that life so that they can expose the unfruitful works of darkness. I've been telling y'all that for the longest. So these movies, they put forth things in entertainment, but if you watch them with a discerning eye, somebody telling you something, somebody dropping a message in there, somebody dropping code in a movie. Go watch that movie, The Take, starring Idris Elba, and then come back and think about, sit with yourself and think about how you now view these national stories that grab your energy. When I see these stories, I hear about what happened, I pray for the family. I pray for the family. I don't know them personally. I pray for the family and I keep it moving. That prayer didn't hurt either way. If it's real or if it isn't, that prayer didn't hurt either way. So I pray for the family and I keep it moving. I got people to come around. Hey, man, did you hear about? No, I don't want to hear that. I don't want to hear that. Let's hear about something we can affect. Yo, don't go down here and buy this meat from this store because they gluing it together. Yeah, I used to buy meat from this store all the time, and it used to be good. But now when I watch the meat falling apart in the sink. Don't eat that no more. This is a cut. This ain't even ground meat. This is a cut of a certain type of meat I like to eat. I'm washing it, and it's falling apart. Nah, I'm done with that. I can't do that no more. That's useful information to keep your vessel high vibrational, keep your light bright. All right? So let me keep that moving. I ain't mean to spend that much time on that. So anyway, another eclipse on the 28th. Absolutely. Total solar eclipse, intensifying its effect on leadership and self-confidence. That's a great addition. That's a great addition. Thank you. Thank you, highly favored. Thank you. Because guess what? I didn't even talk about this. This eclipse is eclipsing the South Node. So it's a South Node activation. God, thank you for saying that. I didn't even talk about that. Let me put that back up on the screen. Thank you, highly favored. Total solar eclipse intensifying its effects on leadership and self-confidence. Leo is the sign of the ruler. Pluto is in Aquarius. You know what Pluto in Aquarius does? It tears down unjust leadership. The North Node, which is the planetary waypoint, the planetary direction, the direction of the planet, the destiny marker for the planet for a period of 18 months, the North Node on the tropical side has now moved into Aquarius. So it is now in alignment with Pluto. So now Pluto is powering the North Node. The North Node is in Aquarius. That means the South Node, retirement energy, is in Leo. So you got an eclipse activating the South Node. Look for more leaders to fall around the world. Look for more leaders to fall. Look for more leaders to fall. Look for more of the old guard to fall. Man, y'all hot. I told y'all smart up in here, man. Y'all keep me sharp. Say, yup, hot shot. I saw that. Things are really wild right now. Let me keep it going. Okay, another Mississippi. Yeah, I'm not going to put that on the screen. I'm not even going to put that on the screen, y'all, because I know what they're doing. I know what they're doing. I'm not even putting it on the screen. Yeah. Kimberly, I'm sorry to hear that. I'm sorry to hear that. Fair use, there's no place I'd rather be. Yep. Serving, of course, so far not on Fox News or CNN. Shaking my head. Yeah. Let's see. We know that's why. I saw that. Okay. All right. Yeah, Big Mama's son making herself known. 11/11 right now in Vegas. Let's see. It's going to be total in Europe, though, right? Yeah, it don't matter because the whole planet feels the energy, but where it's viewable usually gets it it's the most intense. What's up, Nikki? Thank you for being here. Thank you for being here. Let's see. Same folks in charge. Yeah, I'm not gonna put that on the screen. They have the solar eclipse as the Lionsgate portal closes. Absolutely. Good catch. New moon and Leo the same day. New moons are seed planting time, but when it's a new moon eclipse, you don't even need to do no manifestation under that new moon because guess what? It's on autopilot. It's happening. It's a lot going on, y'all. It's a lot going on. Let's see. Scripture declares that a woman shall encompass a man. Yep. 31st chapter Jeremiah. Sure does. That could mean a position of authority. Yes, this week I felt a shift. Can't make this stuff up. Correct, Matt. Thank you. This is mind blowing. It really is. What's up? All right. Shout out to you, servant. Got 2 Leos in my family, my mom and my brother. Gemini sun, Leo rising. Okay, I feel you. Aquarius rising for me. I feel you. Okay. All right. Now they say water systems being exactly. See? Attacking the water. That's what I'm talking about. Y'all stay woke. I know they hijacked that term too, right? They hijacked that term to get people to stop using it. They hijacked the term woke to get people to go back to sleep. Woke used to mean something. Now they got it. They turn it into political. They turn it political. Why? To lull you back to sleep. All right, y'all. Let me keep it moving. Y'all can't keep up with the comments right now. Let me keep it moving. I can't keep up with the comments right now. Thank you, Green Tambourine. Appreciate you being here. That's why the trees didn't burn in Spokane and back at 700 houses dead. It's paper. Yep. Well, there's another reason for that too that they talk about this. I ain't gonna get into that right now. But what's up, Beauty of Court? Thank you for being here. All right, so listen, let me run through these houses real quick, y'all, and we're gonna end this video. So listen again. I'm not doing any timestamps. So when you hear your Leo house, if you want to put a time, because I'm keeping it real basic, okay? Keeping it real basic. Just pay attention to what is being activated in your life. Pay attention to spotlight energy in your life. Pay attention to something that is, pay attention to fresh, new creation energy in your life, okay? What's being spotlighted? What's being spotlighted in your life, okay? Pay attention to that. Let me check my notes. Hang on. Okay, yeah, the title is What Energies Are Being Powerfully Activated in Your Life. That's what we're going to talk about. I'm going to keep it there. I'm gonna keep it there because I could get really granular, and that's gonna take more time than I want. So again, and when you hear your Leo house, if you want to put a comment in the video after it's over, after the live stream's over, and put like the timestamp for, again, Leo in the first house, Leo in the second house, Leo in the third house, whichever one of those matches your Leo house placement, feel free to put that in the chat. And if you do not have, a lot of people don't know their birth time, so they don't know what sign they have in what house. Please understand this. You also get some of that energy of the theme of that house from the planet that is the natural ruler. Let me explain what I mean before I go there. Let's say Matt didn't know what time he was born, so therefore he didn't know his house placements. Okay. I deal with my damn, I don't want to give away my whole chart on here. But anyway, let me say this. I'm not going to go through mine. Let me just say this. Your first house, your rising sign, you get some of your rising sign energy, which is your appearance, how you appear, how you come across, who you are, your I am energy. You get some of your rising sign energy from your Mars. Why? Because the first house is naturally ruled by Aries. Now, you might have a different first house sign. I'm a first house Libra, okay? But what I'm saying is, even though Venus is my chart ruler, Venus is my first house ruler, the natural ruler of the first house is Aries, okay? So Aries rules over what planet? Mars. Oh, I'm sorry, which planet rules over Aries? Mars. So if you don't know what time you were born or whatever, but you want to get some taste of what some people experience when they see you for the first time, look at your Mars sign, okay? Look at your Mars sign, and that'll give your Mars sign also gives off some of your rising sign energy. Most people don't talk about that, but it is true, okay? Your second house is naturally ruled by Venus. So if you don't know what time you were born, but you want to get some idea of what your second house characteristics are, things that you value, look at your Venus sign. That's going to give you some of what you value, okay? Your third house sign, your communication style, how you think, how you speak, how you learn. If you don't know what time you were born, well, guess what? The natural ruler of the third house is Mercury, because it's ruled by Gemini. So if you know what your Mercury sign is, that's going to also come across and give you some of your third house energy. Your fourth house is ruled by the moon. So if you know your moon sign, then you're going to get some of your fourth house energy is going to come naturally from your moon sign. The fifth house is ruled by the sun. Naturally. So if you don't know your birth time, then you can get some of your fifth house energy, you get some degree of your fifth house energy from your sun sign. Okay. I like to call your houses backup or secondary planets. Like, for example, I'm a Cancer moon. Well, guess what? My fourth house sign, on the fourth house cusp, I have Capricorn. The natural ruler of the fourth house is the moon. So guess what? My primary moon sign is Cancer, but I get secondary moon energy of Capricorn. My backup moon is Capricorn. That's another way to look at that. Okay. My primary sun sign is Capricorn, but because I have Pisces sitting on my fifth house cusp, my secondary sun sign is Pisces. Now, shout out to my Pisces out there. I love y'all, but thank God my primary sun sign is Capricorn. Because everybody I notice is that the Pisces sun, they're crying a minute. And so on and so forth. So sixth house, whatever your sixth house sign is, you get some of that sixth house energy from your Mercury as well. Okay? Because Mercury rules over Virgo. Virgo's the ruler of the sixth house. Seventh house, Libra, is ruled by Venus. So if you want some of your partnership energy, some of what your partnership style looks like, look at your Venus sign. Eighth house is ruled by Scorpio, which is ruled by Mars. So traditionally, I know Pluto is in modern sense, but Pluto's a generational planet, so you don't look at that for personal energy. That's more mission energy, right? So your Mars sign can give you some of your eighth house energy as well. Your Mars sign can give you some of your eighth house energy as well. Your ninth house, the ninth house is naturally ruled by Sagittarius, which is ruled by Jupiter. So if you don't know your ninth house sign, you get some of your ninth house energy from your Jupiter. Your 10th house, you get some of your 10th house energy from your Saturn. Okay. Not most of it, but some of it. It helps to flavor it. Okay. Because Saturn is the natural ruler of the 10th house. 11th house is Uranus. Uranus and Saturn. Okay. Uranus and Saturn. So you kind of want to know what your humanitarian energy style looks like. You don't know what you got in the 11th house. You get some of that energy from your Uranus and your Saturn. And then your 12th house is naturally co-ruled by Jupiter and Neptune. So you want to know what your 12th house energy, that spiritual energy looks like? Look at your Jupiter sign and look at your Neptune sign. And you get some of that energy. Okay. It is not your house sign, but you also get some of your house energy from your planetary sign. There, that was a quick lesson in astrology. I probably should have saved that for another date, but just wanted to give y'all that, because I know I've had people come in here and say, well, Matt, I don't know I don't know what house I got, what sign and whatever, what sign I got in what house, because I don't know what time I was born. That you get some of that flavor from that. Okay. Those for my people that don't know what their houses are. Okay. So now I'm gonna run through this real quick. Thank y'all for being here today. I know you could be doing something else on a Saturday afternoon, but y'all here with me, and I appreciate that. I don't take that lightly. Now, 8-8 Lionsgate portal, what energies are being powerfully activated in your life? If you've got Leo in the first house, you're a Leo rising, what energies are being powerfully activated in your life? The energy itself. You got a lot of, you are entering into your spotlight season with this activation, okay? All right? And that's every year, really. It's just a renewal of the energy. With the Lionsgate is a renewal. The Lionsgate happens every year, okay? So this is a renewal, a renewal of activation, a renewed activation of your energy itself. I am, okay? Your shine, your looks, okay? Your looks, how you appear to others, how you see yourself. That's what's powerful. That's what's being powerfully activated in your life if you're a first house Leo or Leo rising, okay? Your energy itself. I am. I'm bright. I'm sunny. I'm bright. I'm sunny. I'm creative. I'm powerful. I'm strong. I'm confident. Okay? That's what's being activated in your life if you're a Leo rising. If you got Leo in your second house, what's powerfully being activated? Your stability, your sense of self-worth, the things that you value. Okay? The things that you value. So look for some new energy to be new activation energy in your money. You might get some new money, or you might get illuminated. The sun is the most powerful luminary. You might be illuminated in new ways to acquire things. Okay. Excuse me. If there's anything that has been a destabilizing force, this Lionsgate activation is going to recharge you and renew and refresh your stability, your sense of personal security, your sense of stability, your sense of things that you value, the things that you treasure. My favorite second house scripture in Bible is, where the heart is, or where your treasure is, there will your heart be also. You want to know what you treasure? If you are Leo in the second house, you treasure creativity. You treasure romance. You probably love children. You treasure children. You value youthful energy. Okay. You value being you value the spotlight being shined on you. Okay. So that's what's being activated. Your sense of worth, self-worth, the things that you value, the things you own. Could be your money. You could get some new powerful monetary activations with this Lionsgate portal. You got Leo in your second house. Okay, those are just some. It's not an exhaustive list. You guys can all, each and every one you watch this video, you can go and do a search to find out what are the themes of every house in the zodiac, and then apply it as it fits. This is just a quick one. This is not a deep dive. If you got Leo in your third house, you're getting some powerful new activation energy in your communication. You're getting the spotlight is now being shined into. Something that you say might be thrust into the spotlight. If you got an online presence and you got a platform where you're communicating with others, that could be activated. Okay, some of you could be publishing books or something like that, writing books, writing the knowledge. The third house is about knowledge. It's about knowledge, information. It's about knowledge sharing. Okay, it's about knowledge sharing. It's about gathering of information. So you're going to get something shine into your light with regards to, or shine into your life. Light. You're going to get some light shined into your life with regards to your communication. Okay. All right. Your communication, your knowledge. You might get a spark, just illumination, and something that, wow, I did not know that. Okay. That's the third house. That's the third house. Bold. Leo energy is bold too. So you may find that you're bolder in your speech now. Your Leo energy is bold too. The first house Leo, this Lionsgate activation is probably going to make you more bold. Second house Leo, you might get more bold with you know what, man, I was kind of sheepish on that before, but I think I'm gonna go ahead and get this. I'm gonna do this for me. I'm gonna buy that second house. Third, you might be bold more in your communication now, your speech. Okay. Or you might learn something. You might go out and learn something or learn new ways to be creative. Fourth house, this Lionsgate portal. What energies are being powerfully activated in your life? The energy of home and family. Powerful activations in the area of home and family. Powerful activations in your emotions. This is particularly special for you if you got Leo in the fourth house. Okay. What's the sun sitting at today, Matt? It's sitting at 16 degrees. It's sitting at 16 degrees Leo. That's 4 energy. 16 degrees is a degree of Cancer. All right. Yeah. Sun is sitting at 16 degrees. So if you got Leo in the fourth house, this is double down energy for you. Double down. All right. If you got Leo in your fifth house, well, you're at home. If you're a fifth house Leo, boom, it's super illumination. Okay. Powerful. What energies are being powerfully activated in your life? Creativity, the energy of creativity, the energy of passion, the energy of romance. All right, fellas, you might go out here and spit that game at somebody and score. You might spit that game. You might this girl you've been looking at for a while, man. You like, man, I don't know if I was bold enough to go talk to her, man. Let me go make this romantic gesture. You're gonna do it. You're gonna do it bold, and it's gonna win for you. It's gonna hit. It's 8-8. It's 888 this year. So you're gonna do that, fellas. All right. Ladies too, but I'm talking to my masculines because Leo's more masculine energy. But do your thing. All right, natural. Go look up all of the themes. Okay, creativity, a competition. Okay, if you're competitive, you might become more competitive. Okay, you're gonna be bold with it. Wherever that Leo, this activation is gonna make you bold. Wherever you got Leo, whatever house you got Leo in. Okay, sixth house. That's your daily tasks and routines. That's Virgo energy. Okay, what you do every day. What you do, okay? I often talk about the 10th house is your career. The 6th house is how you carry out, how you manage yourself in your career. So what you do daily. Also, you might get some healing energy in your health. If something's been ailing you, you got to spark an injection of solar energy to make you healthier now. The sun heals. The sun heals. The sun heals, y'all. You got something going on? I can't tell you, how many times I've gone out I'm like, listen, if there's anything going on in my body, if there's anything going on, I'm going to be proactive. Let me get out here. I got to cut the grass. It's hot out here. Let me expose as much of my skin as possible to the sun. Let me go out here, my shirt off. Boom. Cut my grass, no shirt on. I got my nose covered to protect the, from shards of grass or whatever like that, inhaling them. But man, get out in that sun. Get out in that sun. And that's for everybody. Get out in that sun today. If it ain't overcast where you are, get out in that sun today and soak up this energy. Soak it up. I know I'm going out here to do this after I'm done with this live stream. Sixth house, okay? You might get a powerful activation with regards to reorganizing. So if you find yourself getting this new creative spark of genius on how to reorganize your space or your life in general, getting the spotlight being shined in on the details of something that you're trying to fix or solve, because Virgos are problem solvers too. Not on the scale of Capricorn, but they like to solve the problems at the details level. Capricorn likes to solve the problems at the structural level. That's kind of how that works. Okay, so if you got Leo in your sixth house, look for that. Leo in your seventh house. That's a good placement for relationships. Okay, you got solar energy in the house of in the house of partnerships. So look for a creative new spark. Look for some new passion and romance in your partnership. If you're seventh house Leo, okay. You might get a creative new business idea. Business lives in the seventh house, okay? Not the business that I own or hold, like not in the second house sense, but more in the seventh house sense, where this is my business partnerships. These are the contracts, the how this business is formed or whatever, okay? Formation of a business partnership, the formation of a corporation, all of that. That's legal matters as well. If you got anything going on that's legal, you're going to get some powerful new activations there that's going to help you out. The sun heals, among other things. The sun heals. So you could get some healing in your relationship as well if you're seventh house Leo. Your eighth house Leo. Eighth house, that is the house of transformation. That's the sun shining the spotlight into. Now, Scorpio is the natural rule of the eighth house. It likes to be secretive. But guess what? This spotlight is going to shine down on you and activate something. Could activate some fresh manifestation. Manifestation is eighth house function as well. So to have Leo in the 8th house is always auspicious on the 8-8 portal. Why? Because that Lionsgate portal is Leo energy, and it's the energy of the 8 because you got double 8, and then you're an 8th house Leo. That's a great manifest something. Manifest something. Anybody can manifest. Anybody can manifest today. But if you're a Leo in the 8th house, definitely you. I already talked about my life path number 8s, okay? If you're and my Scorpios, because that's 8 energy. But if you're a Leo in the 8th house, manifest something today. You're going to get it. You're going to get it. You also might get a new passionate, influx of energy in your sacred energy exchange life. That's 8th house function too. Some of y'all might get a spotlight shined in, or some spark, some powerful activation with regards to maybe perhaps an inheritance that you had sitting out there that maybe you didn't even know about. That might shine down on you today. 9th house Leo. I love this energy too. I love this energy. I love seeing Leo in the 9th house. That means that the 9th house is the house of expansion. So the Jupiter rules, Sagittarius, okay? Wisdom, higher knowledge. 9th house, okay? Leo. You could get something that this could be an activation of wisdom for you, an activation of enlightenment. This is pure enlightenment energy, because enlightenment lives in the 9th house as well. So this is pure enlightenment energy. This is a fire sign in a fire house. I love that. I love that for you. Okay, 9th house Leo, and you're already 9th house is where your gifts live as well, because it's ruled by Jupiter. So whatever energy you've got in the 9th house, you're gifted at it. If you're a 9th house Leo, you're already gifted at being creative. Okay, your passions are your gifts. So this is a great activation for you if you got Leo in the 9th house. Okay, again, look up all of these themes to get the details on it, but I'm not going to get deep dive. I know 9th house is about travel, foreign relations, that sort of thing as well. I just want to deal with the freedom aspect of it too, because the 9th house is about freedom and expansion. So anything that's been trying to clamp you down, lock you down, it's getting expanded. It's getting expanded. Okay, especially when this new moon, when this new moon solar eclipse comes up for you, especially you, it's going to transform really everybody. You can come right back to this video when I'll probably do an eclipse video too. I don't know yet, but anyway, it's the same thing. It's just a doubling down of activation energy. So 9th house, you're getting the spotlight shined on how you can expand. If you're trying to expand any area of your life, you're going to get this solar activation of expansion for you as well, liberating you. Anybody been trying to confine you? Sagittarius 9th house energy does not like to be confined. So the sun is going to burst forth for you. That's beautiful. 10th house, Leo in the 10th house, you got a career in the spotlight. You got a career in the spotlight. Look for a powerful activation. 8-8, Lionsgate portal. 8-8 energy is abundance too. So if you got Leo in the 10th house, I love this for you. Look for some abundance to come in out of nowhere, baby. And then with the solar eclipse coming after this, you got Leo in the 10th house, you about to rock and roll. It's about to get real good for you. You got Leo in the 10th house, it has gotten real good for you. Let me stop talking about to get, like that ain't happening yet, because the past, present, and future all taking place at the same time. You got to grab hold of that future timeline that looks like what you want it to look today. So you've already hit the jackpot. You got Leo in the 10th house, you've hit the jackpot in your career. Congratulations. Congratulations. Leo in the 11th house. Leo in the 11th house, you're getting powerful activation. Again, this is the energy of the liberator. Now it opposes, the 11th house kind of opposes Leo a little bit because it's Aquarius rule. So there's some push-pull there. But guess what? You're getting a spark and an activation of innovation. So this Leo energy is helping you. It's all in how you want to look at it. It's all in how you want to look at it. This Leo energy is activating your innovation. Okay? Something that you were trying to do better, something you were trying to improve on, boom, you got it. It's also making you more bold with going against the system. I love my 11th house people and my Aquarius people. They have an eye for being able to see when something doesn't work for everybody. And they're like, you know what? I'm going to be the example. I'm going against the system. So this is going to make you more bold with going against systems that don't work for everybody. All right. It's going to make you bolder. It's going to make you stand. This is going to make you stand. This is actually going to thrust you a little bit into the spotlight in these groups and stuff, because, you know, Aquarius they like to play the background and let everybody else, let everybody else shine. Aquarius loves to play that supporting role. You know, they'll get out on the forefront to liberate people. But after that, they're like, look, I don't need the attention. Give it to them. This is going to thrust you in the spotlight as that person that is that leader. You know what, y'all? We couldn't have done it without him or her. Congratulations. That's Leo in the 11th house. And if you got Leo in the 12th house, you're getting a powerful spiritual activation. Powerful spiritual activation. The sun heals. You're getting a powerful healing of your subconscious mind. If you've been battling with some subconscious issues, there are a lot of things, that are in the depths, because the 12th house is ruled by Neptune. So a lot of things that are hidden that can sometimes bother you, or things that you kind of tuck things away. That's the 8th house and the 11th house and the 12th house, really. With this Leo, this Lionsgate portal, you're getting an activation of things that were hidden. Okay. The sun is shining down on things that were hidden from you. Sometimes things that are in the 12th house are hidden from us too. They're hidden from us too. Okay. So this is the light shining down on you if you have Leo in the 12th house, and it is shining the spotlight on things that were hidden from you. This is a good placement for you too, if you got Leo in the 12th house, because this is the revelation of things that were hidden from you. Things that you could not see that perhaps were bothering you, or even if they weren't bothering you, because it don't always have to be negative, right? Pisces is the sign ruler of the 12th house. Pisces, you got two fish, one swimming north, one swimming south, or depending on how they're oriented, one swimming east, one swimming west. So one could be high vibrational, one could be low vibrational. It doesn't always have to be anything negative. Okay, there could be something that makes you feel great, but you just can't identify. You're like, why do I feel good right now? Whatever. You could be getting this Lionsgate portal is activating insights. Let's say that for you, if you got Leo in the 12th house, this is activating insight. It is also a powerful activation of creativity in your spiritual gifts. If you had dormant spiritual gifts and you got Leo in the 12th house, boom, this is activating them. And then the eclipse is going to double down on that activation. So that's a great placement for you if you got Leo in the 12th house. That's all the houses, y'all. That's it. Nikki said eclipse video, yes. All right. I won't make any promises. Nikki. But I definitely, if I'm so moved, my intent is to do it. Yeah, my intent. Let me tell y'all, I'm done with the video, so we're in bonus time now. Let me share this with y'all. My intent is typically, like, a lot of times I'll get a download and I get excited about it, and my intent is to drop that video that day. And when I start working on that thumbnail, the spirit will speak to me and say, I don't want you to do this video today. And then I try to push forward with it anyway, and I'm like, well, maybe that ain't the spirit. Maybe that's the devil. Don't want this tea is so hot. Maybe the devil don't want me to serve this tea. And then boom, out of nowhere, I get like dog tired. Like the Sandman he just came and dumped all his sand on me. And I'm like, why am I so tired? Man, there's no way I can go live now. I'm too tired. What happened to my energy? I was just energized. That's the spirit saying, I told you I didn't want you to go live today. So then what typically happens is the next day or the day after that, I get more information that I wouldn't have had if I had gone live that time. So it always depends. It always depends. She said, go with what moves you. I feel you. Thank you so much. So listen, y'all, that's all I got. That's all I got, y'all. Thank y'all for being here. Bernadette, you're so welcome. Thank y'all. Where are we? Yeah, I think my Leo 7th house, but is there a way you can double check me? I think Leo is in my 7th house. Serving in the Most High, the best way to double check yourself is to know what time you were born. If you know what time you're born, and now let me say this, sometimes you have intercepted houses. So if you're using a Placidus system, I know some people be like, Matt, you need to use whole sign or equal house because Placidus is da-da-da-da-da-da. Every astrologer has their preferred system. I like Placidus because to me it is the truest sense of what sign was in this house at the time I was born. Okay, that's the truest sense. It's not forcing 30 degrees here, 30 degrees, 30 degrees, 30 degrees all the way around. Okay, or it's not forcing a whole sign. Okay, I like Placidus, and to believe it or not, I like the energy of the word and the etymology of Placidus. Okay. Let me look up that Placerta, please. Let me look up that etymology really quick. I know I've done this before. Give me 1 second here. etymonline.com. Let's see. Placidus. Tranquility. Placidity is tranquility, peacefulness, quietness. I just like the energy of the word placid. Okay, gentle, calm. Now, so I'm kind of in alignment with the energy of the word placid, but I learned on Placidus. I've looked at the other house systems. I understand when I learned what equals when I learned the nature of intercepted houses and what the esoteric explanation of intercepted houses was, it really hit for me. It really hit for me. So if you're somebody that you're looking at your chart and you don't see Leo listed and if you're on the Placidus system, it means that it's sitting behind Cancer. It's sitting behind Cancer. That's why you don't see it. So if, for example, your chart, you see, let's say, for example, your seventh house Cancer, and then the eighth house jumps down to Virgo. Well, what that means is it doesn't mean you don't have Leo in a house. It means that Leo is not on a cusp. Okay, it's not on the cusp between the seventh and the eighth house. What it means is that you've got Cancer and Leo both sitting in your seventh house. That's what that means. Okay, I got that set up myself. I've got Cancer energy, my Cancer sitting on my 10th house cusp, but I've got Leo intercepted in the 10th house. So that's kind of how that works. And again, the explanation that I read years ago is that whomever your spirit team or your spirit guides on the other side that help to manage you, help manage your setup for your next life, your next incarnation, they see where you refuse to, for Leo, for example, you refuse to step in the spotlight. You wanted to shy away from the spotlight. So they force it on you. All right. You know what? Since you didn't get in that, what would have been Leo in the 11th house energy, you didn't want to step in that spotlight, that leadership role in the 11th house. Well, guess what? Or in whatever it was, 10th house, 10th house probably. So he probably was Scorpio rising before that. Or so I don't know. But whatever that explanation is, it's like you're being forced to operate in that energy of whatever house that sign is intercepted in, because you don't, I mean, whatever's written is going to be. So we tend to, because of religious doctrine or religious indoctrination, we tend to look at life as a one and done, and then you're either in heaven or hell for eternity. That's not it. Because if that were the case, that whole "be not deceived, God is not mocked, whatsoever man sows, that will he also reap," and my word will not return to me void. If God wanted to do something in your life with regards to this Leo energy being in a certain house and the themes of that house, and you didn't do it here, well, guess what? We're going to reset you and you're going to do it. You're going to do it, because my word ain't never going to return void. And on the other side of breath, there is no time. There's only possibilities. There's no time on the other side of breath. Okay. In this life is ruled by time, but Saturn got no power over outside of here, because you're in the ether, eternity. They say eternity is really the ether, the fifth element, or the first element, depending on how you want to look at it. So there is no time there. So if there was something that you didn't do in this lifetime that was a requirement, y'all got to start looking at life like school. When you sign up for different classes in school or whatever, based on whatever that curriculum is or that course of study is that you're following, there are prerequisites that you have to accomplish. You have to achieve. You got to pass. You got to get a passing grade in. The electives, if you pass the elective, great. If you don't, you don't. That was an add-on. But this is who you are, and this is what your destiny is. And until you pass this requirement, you're going to have to repeat it. Existence works the same way. It does. Okay? All right, so let me see if there's any new comments, and then y'all, we're going to wrap up. Thank y'all for being here on this Saturday, on this lovely Saturday afternoon. All right? Tor Girl, you're very welcome. Red Jules, I got to watch the replay. Yep. That's all I got, y'all. He said, I know what time. Okay, I used your chart. I just wanted to make sure I did it right. Yeah, you got to be fine. You got to be fine. I don't know if you did AstroSeek or Cafe Astrology or whatever one you did, but whatever you put in there, if that's your birth time, you should be good to go. What's up there, San Jose? All right, well, enjoy it, and please do leave a comment underneath the video when you're done. That's all I got, y'all. If you haven't done so already and you've enjoyed this video, please hit that like button for me on the way out. And if you're new to the channel and you like being entertained, educated, uplifted, and inspired, hit that subscribe button. Make sure your notification bell is set to all so you'll be notified when I upload new content. All right. Second to last but not least, tell somebody you love them and mean it. How do you mean it? You got to show it. Love is a verb, right? It is an action. All right. It's a noun as well, the state of being. Everybody wants to be in love. Okay. Everybody wants to feel love. Everybody wants to experience love. That's the noun version. But if you focus on the verb, the noun always takes care of itself. All right. And the last thing I'll say is alignment, y'all. Learn your chart. Learn your chart and knowing your natal chart is going to help you stay in alignment. Knowing your natal chart is going to help you to stay in alignment. Knowing your personal numerology is going to help you stay in alignment. You know, I had this conversation with my mother. I'm gonna say this real quick, y'all. I had this conversation with my mother years ago once I started learning astrology and basic numerology. And I told my mother, I said, Ma, do you know you're life path number 8, just like I am? And with your being a Scorpio rising, Ma, you know you could be manifesting your dream life. She's like, I didn't know that. And I can tell you she's probably not living her dream life right now. But to some degree, she has to be living the experience that she signed up for in the ether. However, there's degrees to this thing, right? Sometimes we stay in energies longer than we need to. I mean, were circumstances different, or if there was knowledge, if there were alignment, would the ancient Israelites have had to spend 40 years in the desert? There's that 4 number again. Anyway, that's my point. Like sometimes we stay in situations longer than we have to because we are out of alignment, or we don't have the knowledge of who and what we are and how to stay in alignment. If you knew what these energies meant, you could use them to your advantage. To your advantage. I ain't say to use them to take advantage of nobody. I said use them to your advantage. How can I accelerate in my life? I don't have to stay. Sometimes there's lessons that we have to learn, but we don't have to stay in those lessons. What if she had known the power of a life path 8 and how that is amplified by being a Scorpio rising? How much more could she have manifested in her life? Okay. She's getting it now. She's getting it now. And it's so much fun watching her have fun. It's like, wow, she's finally getting the hang of this. But I'm like, man, y'all, stay in alignment. If you know who you are and you know how you were created, how you were made, then you know when you're getting out of alignment. My biggest bone right now is being a Libra rising is not easy. It is not easy because you're constantly learning how to maintain balance. Let me not overgive, but let me not also be too selfish. Libra rising is tough. Okay. It's not easy. It is not easy. So one of my biggest bones is having that Aries in the 7th house. That Libra rising wants you to be, acquiescent and make sure everybody's okay. Make sure everybody's taken care of. That's the same thing with that Cancer moon. All right. But I got Cancer in the South node. So it's like this juggling act. Okay. I'm supposed to be nurturing and I got that in the 10th house, but not too nurturing because I got Cancer in the South node. So that Capricorn North node says, yo, know when to cut it off and go get it. Y'all know Capricorn energy. We got to get it. I tell people all the time, man, Capricorns are married to their money. Capricorns are born married to their money, their purpose and their money. So when you off kilter and stuff, you like, well, man, but I'm out of alignment. I'm spending too much time making sure everybody else is taken care of, and I'm missing the mission. Let me get back on the mission. I'm showing y'all real time. This is what this looks like. Okay. I'm going further than I wanted to. I'm teaching a little bit here at the end. But alignment is knowing who you are, knowing how those energies operate. When I'm frustrated, the first thing I do is look at Matt. Your Aries in this house and the Aries in this house. Are you taking care of you first? Aries is me first energy. There's nothing wrong with that. God created all of these energies for a unique divine purpose. But when you fall out of alignment with the energy that is you, then you fall out of alignment with your purpose and potentially your destiny. I'm going to drop the mic on that one, y'all. Okay? Y'all take that, put it where it goes. I'll see y'all next time. Enjoy the rest of this Lionsgate portal and enjoy the fruits of your labor. If you've had oil in your lamp and you've been waiting, it's here. Enjoy the fruits of your labor. That's all I got, y'all. Y'all have a good one. Peace. She said, I love when you go around the block several times. Thank you. Thank you, Nikki. Thank you. And others have told me that too. Sometimes I beat myself up, but stop doing that too. Because guess what alignment says? Alignment says, Matt, you are a Mercury in Sagittarius and a 3rd house Sagittarius. You cannot confine your communication. Stop trying to bottle it in. Sagittarius energy is expansive. Just let it go. Just let it go. So anyway, I did set a goal, y'all, to be finished in an hour and a half today. I'm under 2 hours, so that's good. So I'm gonna get on out of here before I run it out. I thank y'all. Y'all have a good one, man. Hey, drop comments. Any comments y'all got, drop them underneath the video. Don't forget to hit that like button. What's my other channel? Hot Shot. It is MDT 888 Spirit Guide. MDT 88 Spirit Guide. And I've got John 4 and 24 in parentheses. All right. Hot Shot. That is my other channel. That's my other channel right there. Let me, you know what I'll do for you? Let me put it on the screen. I'll do that. Let me share it to the screen so you can see it. and you'll see what it looks like. YouTube. That spirit telling me I gotta go. All right. Let's share this to the screen. All right. This is my channel, and this is the live tab there, okay? I got other videos that, whatever, but that's the channel. Go to the live. This is the one I dropped yesterday. Divine Feminine, stop wasting your time and energy on return to senders. That's the video I dropped yesterday. Make sure you check that one out. All right. So that's all I got. Y'all have a blessed one, man. Y'all be well. Take it easy. Chill out. Do whatever you want to do today. All right. Don't do whatever you want to do today, but don't push nothing hard, man. Soak up this activation energy and get ready for that solar eclipse is coming, because that's the next activation, and it's a doubling down on this one. All right, y'all. She said 2 days in a row, you're spoiling us now. You know what? It comes and goes. It comes and goes. Highly favored. I was looking at that too. I'm like, man, have I gone live 3 times or 4 times this week across 2 channels? All right, I got to go. That's my dad calling me. I'm going to holler at y'all later, man. Y'all be well. Peace.